Vine, Vaccination Information Network, just posted the following story to their Facebook page, about their founder, Erwin Alber. Now that the initial and customary mourning period has passed, I feel compelled to speak out the words that I believe many have quietly shoved to the back of their minds. First, I knew Erwin Alber for 27 years. Erwin Alber was a friend of mine. I spoke with him at length just 7 days before he died. Erwin courageously spoke truth to power no matter who got their feathers ruffled. He had integrity, was a very capable debater, and was completely unafraid to take on anyone. And he did so with admirable regularity and zeal. Doctors, lawyers, professors, government officials, newspaper editors, you name it. It is my firm opinion that perhaps this set of impressive qualities, along with the massive megaphone he founded known as Vine, Vaccination Information Network, could have put him squarely in the bullseye of, to use his own words, psychopaths in high places. While thousands in the anti-vax community may have loved his forthright honesty, it would be untruthful to deny that just as many in the government, medical, and pharmaceutical worlds hated him just as intensely. Erwin was also a featured guest on The Vaccine Myth, a show I have also been featured on. He will be greatly missed. If you doubt this, just Google the man's name and read the long litany of unkind and untruthful words uttered by his many detractors. In short, Erwin Alber had enemies, powerful enemies. But unlike the rest of us in the anti-vax community, he also had control over a mammoth online anti-pharmaceutical industry machine with global reach. Unlike the rest of us, this made him not only a human lightning rod, but a target. He was a squeaky wheel with a very loud voice and a gigantic audience. Erwin Alber was Vine. And Vine was, by any estimate, the largest and most successful anti-vaccine, pro-informed choice information site in the world, sometimes getting upwards of 150,000 likes on Facebook in a single month. That's a behemoth. A real force to be reckoned with. And maybe, just maybe, the powers that be wanted that voice crushed into silence once and for all. In criminal justice jargon, what we are discussing here is motive, means, and opportunity. Was there motive? You bet. Tons of it. There was undeniably powerful interests threatened by Erwin Alber, with hundreds of millions of dollars hanging in the balance. These same people also stood to benefit enormously by the removal of such a formidable voice from the vaccine debate. So motive? Check. Next is means. This term refers to the financial power to get things done. So now ask yourself this: does the government, the doctors' lobby, or pharmaceutical giants have any shortage of cash? Of course not. They are for all practical purposes a virtual printing press, a money-generating factory. Without any doubt, if they so desired, they could easily come up with the financial means. Check. And the final required leg is opportunity. Erwin lived in a remote area of Thailand. His wife was 3 hours away in Bangkok when neighbors unexpectedly discovered his body, with a head injury. So does distance, remoteness, or isolation provide a window for malevolence and opportunity? It sure can. Check. Now, although it was widely reported Erwin Alber died of a heart attack, he mentioned nothing about chest pains or health issues when I conversed with him only days before his death. Additionally, there is photographic evidence, which I have seen, that demonstrates he also suffered a significant head injury around the time of his death. Remember, this was a high-profile, extremely outspoken activist who lived and breathed every day for the past 3 decades with a single, laser-like focus on his mind to tear down doctors, the drug giants, and the government. He was a deeply committed man, and he was excellent at what he did. So there was undoubtedly motive, means, and opportunity. There was also a head injury, yet we are told the cause of death was a heart attack. Now, is it possible a person could suffer a heart attack and then bang their head? Absolutely. But considering who he was, shouldn't there be a proper and thorough police investigation to rule out any possibility of foul play? Once again, I have seen photographic evidence of Erwin laid to rest a mere 2 days after his death. A couple of days by any standard is insufficient time for police agencies and medical experts, even in a first-world country, to conduct a thorough investigation and determine with any reasonable expectation of accuracy, the absence or presence of foul play. To my knowledge, none of this happened. Thus I conclude, there is a possibility, some might even argue a pretty high probability, that Erwin Alber was just murdered. There is at the very least, reasonable and legitimate cause for suspicion. An official investigation into this possibility should be opened immediately and the conclusions made publicly available.